To collect discharge data using the index velocity method, measurement instruments capable of measuring index velocity are required. In this session, we will look at the instruments that are currently widely used and how index velocity is typically measured. Measurement instruments can be broadly classified into contact and non-contact types. First, let us examine the contact type instrument, the acoustic Doppler velocimeter, or ADVM. ADVM emits ultrasonic waves at a fixed frequency and analyzes changes in frequency of signals reflected from suspended particles in water to calculate velocity. It is typically installed beneath bridges or on submerged structures and can measure over ranges from 5 to 300 meters depending on frequency and water depth. ADVM can be installed in transverse, upward-looking, inclined, or rotating configurations, allowing for flexible installation options, which is advantageous for obtaining stable index velocity data. However, because it must be installed underwater, sufficient water depth and wide channel width are required. Therefore, installation and maintenance can be challenging. Next, let us look at the non-contact instrument, the electromagnetic wave surface velocimeter, or EWSV. This instrument is installed on bridges or above river channel and measures surface velocity via Doppler effect, using electromagnetic signals reflected from the water surface. Because it is non-contact, measurements remain safe even during floods, and maintenance costs are relatively low. However, it is less effective at low flow velocities, and signal stability can be affected by surface conditions such as foam, waves, and floating debris, making it sensitive to installation angle and position. In summary, contact-type ADVMs are relatively stable, but they involve greater installation and maintenance efforts. On the other hand, non-contact EWSV instruments are easy to install and safe to operate, but are more sensitive to environmental conditions. In practice, the appropriate instrument is selected based on site characteristics and river conditions. As shown, each index velocity instrument has clear strengths and limitations, so proper selection and application are essential with a good understanding of site conditions. In other words, accurate discharge estimation requires both technical understanding and sound field judgment working together in balance. Next, we will look at how this data is applied in practice. Thank you.